I am speechless. I just witnessed something that I have never seen in any strategy at any ELO. Today we have here in the 8 o'clock position Plaier playing as the Teutons, and they're going to go for a strategy that some might call small brain, some might call big brain, but it certainly is organized. If you look at the wood right now coming in from the blue Teutons Plaier, they have decided to dump all their wood on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 houses. I don't even know what to say. But here's something that I can say, is that from a decision-making perspective, it does simplify the game, because now you're at 45 pop space. You never have to worry about the pop block, but I'm actually not sure if that's the priority on the map. And so we'll come back here and see if they start trickling more villagers onto wood. Up here near the 12 o'clock position, we have HiveTG playing as the, you guessed it, Franks, who is doing a pretty typical opening on Arabia. Nothing super exciting going on here. And blue continuing to scout around the map and check. Okay, we're getting everybody to bring in the boar. And we're going to kill the boar at distance because we did run out of sheep. And we are going to put 2 people over here, 3 people over here on wood. We're still going to need probably the typical lumber camp and the typical mill to come in. We might need to lure the spore for blue, but who knows? So that's a really interesting start. Not only put your houses kind of like there in the back, but also nice and tight, nice and organized. You know what I'm saying? You got to know where all your stationery is on the desk when you play this game. And looks like HiveTG is ready to click up to feudal, so they are going to do that and poke a lot of people on berries. Franks do get a little bit of a collection bonus as it relates to collecting the berries. And yeah, I'm honestly not sure what to expect. I think that in this game, we're going to see the blue player really late to feudal. So they don't even have the lumber camp yet, and they don't need it. Apparently, they're just going to spend most of their villagers actually just getting the mill. Honestly, like, I was going to dunk on this a lot, but it's not that bad. I mean, you're not gathering wood at distance. And right now, blue has 6 on wood. I think the only thing that I'm a bit concerned about is the feudal age timing. Lumber camp should be coming in any moment because we do need to click up to feudal. So maybe one person going to come here at the front or go to the back and maybe get a mill. You also don't need a mill. You can save up and get like a barracks or a mining camp and then click up. I'm not even sure if blue's going to be clicked up at this point by the time that red is clicked up. So this is like a really interesting strategy. I wanted to say, like, I'm really wondering if red is going for some kind of like weirdo TC drop, but I don't think that's what's happening. Okay, the mill is coming up now for blue, and blue got a few sheep here that they haven't taken back home, and they are scouting now. The red player. I'm gonna find a lot of stuff. Gonna find the mill, and I'm not sure at this point if red has any vision on blue. They don't. It looks like they are using the auto scout feature because the scout usually goes straight to the 3 o'clock position first and then scouts. We still do not have a click up yet coming in here. Oh no, we do. I'm sorry. It's just behind one villager, but the Teutons player is clicked to feudal, so they're going to be 5 years late to feudal, but nothing that you can't bounce back from. Frank's player typically going to get the scouts out. I see 2 stable now. For red, I think blue sees that as well. Let's get the scout clicked here. And no, we do not know that they aren't too stable. But if you're playing against Franks, that's something that you probably want to do. Looks like Hive is deciding to get the backwood early. For some of you who may not know, the backwood actually does not have more wood than the front wood. So I'm not sure why Hive is doing this. They might be playing some mind games with blue. Speaking of mind games, Scout just going to walk right through the TC. Nobody home. Blue also taking some tips from Hive and going to get the wood at distance, which is interesting. And mining camp coming over here from our blue player. Might be thinking about a slow castle, which is the new meta, at the 600 elo range. 4 scouts now on the map, and I think that red should have vision on exactly where blue is, so they should be able to send those scouts forward if they need it. Production upgrades now coming in for red, as blue is in feudal. Big walls coming in here from red on the minimap. Love to see it. And scout rush now starting. Town bell coming in for blue. Let's see if Hive can manage this. Hive does manage it. Town bell unrung. And it looks like these 2 villagers have had enough of getting smacked in the face by 4 scouts. So they are going to get a few. Town bell rung again for blue. As the scouts go into the back. Unfinished market. Unfinished blacksmith coming in here. And Hive is just keeping their opponent honest. As they're just going around the outside, seeing what they can see. A few brave villagers over here deciding to go back into the gold. And yeah, the pump keeps on coming from both players in terms of villager pop. It's not honestly that different. So I think blue can bounce back from this somehow if they're able to, check me out, maybe get a barracks. Okay, so the villagers are going to fight the scouts now. This is a really bad fight for Hive, as all these villagers should be able to take out the scouts pretty quick, but no scouts go down. I don't think any villagers go down either. Scouts are back. Scouts are going. Scouts are back. Villagers are back. Half the villagers are back. Scouts going around the outside. A lot of idle time. And scouts are just continuing to cause a lot of problems here for blue, but some of them might go down. So 2 scouts go down. So that's actually, believe it or not, that's KD, which is favoring, I believe, the blue player at this point. If we get the KD over here. Yeah, so that's 2-0 blue. So Hive playing on the back foot here. I'm going to change their color back to red, which I believe is how they were playing. You got purple. You got a gray. You got orange. You got white. You got blue. You got red. Scouts are back. Farm scale popping off now for blue. So, okay. I came into this game, and as you can probably tell, I was dunking a lot on blue. But villager population, same for both players. And in terms of the eco, it's not that different, right? Scouts causing problems at this point. And but a lot of economic buildings come in. But now the kills are starting to come in, and it seems like blue is not reacting to what's going on very well. I think if they take some of these villagers and just fight the scouts, they'll probably be fine. They'll probably be fine. It's 2 weak scouts. Don't need a lot. And it looks like the villagers are maybe, yeah, they're fighting back now. Another scout goes down. KD is now even for both players. So yeah, that was a lot. And now I think perhaps red might be in a little bit of a lead as they are on 33 villager pop. More scouts now coming out the queue, but the town bell does get rung. Trying to snipe this scout running around the map. I don't think the scout will be able to do any more damage at this point. They might die if they decide to attack any more villagers. They're trying to get in there deep. And they don't get in there deep. They get in the hell as the scout sinks into the ground. And 3 more scouts out on the map, which are, some of them are moving around the blue base. Things are going pretty well for blue. This is like not bad. I think, oh god, the scout, the TC for, oh god. That's 5-3. That is 5-3 KD for blue. Up against HiveTG, who's continuing to trickle in even more knights. Can these knights, the scouts, can they do any more damage? Villagers should be able to fight back here and to take out these 2 scouts pretty easily. It shouldn't be that difficult if just the villagers fight back. And we're going to get some more kills, going to get some more armor, putting themselves further and further from Castle H as the wood game is popping off for both players. Blue just needs a little bit of, need to attack a little bit with these villagers, and they'll be fine. It's just a few scouts. Nothing wrong with a little, villager action fighting over here. And, blue not going to fight back. The scouts continue to terrorize the villagers, and now The villager pop difference is in HiveTG's favor. Not sure if Blue's going to take care of this, but check me out here. Check me out here. Blue is going up to castle. Despite the town bell, the villagers fighting, the organized houses on the left, the gold action, they're going up to castle. And this entire time they have not been annoyed by having to deal with building houses. So that's a good strategy. Honestly, Blue's been playing pretty well compared to HiveTG at this point, but HiveTG is now clicking up to castle, so they're both going up at around the same time. And it looks like Blue may want some men-at-arms coming in, as they are going to do some supplies research. We'll see how that goes. And holy mackerel, Discord notifications popping off here. So let's see what's going to happen. So it looks like Blue is committing absolutely to getting some men-at-arms. And yeah, this is it's not that bad for Blue. They're fighting back with villagers. They're going to queue up 5 men-at-arms, perhaps for a little counterattack on Red, and Red is going to go back home. Both players still have a shot to win this. They're still in the game. So, honestly, I'm just kind of shocked at this. As Blue, who I really thought would not be performing well in consideration of the weird house start, might be able to get a pretty good counterattack on Red if they want to. But Red over here is starting to scale the stables onto 4 stables, and now their farm game is popping off. A lot of food. Pretty good amount of gold. Wood could be balanced a little bit more. I think HiveTG does need a little bit more wood as they go up to castle. And look at this. 6 knights now out on the field for Red. They buy as many as they can, as many as their gold will support, and they do get the husbandry upgrade, which gives them a little bit more speed. And let's see what Blue is doing over here. Have a scout hanging out with a tiger on the left-hand side of the map here. And Blue is continuing to pump villagers and continuing to get a defensive town center, which is good, because as the knights run around terrorizing the villagers, it might be a little difficult for them to bob and weave in and out of the town center action. And I think that Blue is going to position maybe their militia line units to be a bit more defensive. I think when HiveTG is able to get up to Castle H, which they are in, I would like to see a second town center coming in. And now the knights are terrorizing the villagers, and the militia are on the move. Town bell does get rung, which delays this town center. Fletching now coming in for Blue, which is going to give them not more range, but more power in terms of attack outside of the TC, and some attack upgrades coming in here for Red, as they're going to avoid the really, really slow men-at-arms. Walking at 0.9 speed is not good. Town bell is probably going to come back in here for Red, as Red is able to tear up some more villagers. KD now 14-6 in Hive's favor, and here we go. The town bell gets rung. Men-at-arms should go down. I think there's 2 knights to handle. But they got a bob and weave out of TC fire. Monk trying to heal a few villagers. Does kill a few villagers, but then dies immediately. It's kind of tragic they were able to save villagers, but weren't able to save themselves. Now more armor coming in, as men-at-arms are being queued from Blue's single barracks. And Knight's going to chill out here while Hive takes a second micro break to get their second TC up and running. Get a monastery up and running as well. And the wood game is going really, really nice. Now, for Hive, food game is going nice. But same thing for Blue. Blue also has a lot of food and a lot of gold. So I'd like to see a little bit more spend coming in here from HiveTG. It looks like the monk is now interested in getting the relics. But HiveTG is going to pass by some more monks, pass by some more men-at-arms, and pass by some more villagers. Longswords are now coming in as an upgrade, as we see 5 more men-at-arms in the queue out of a single barrack from blue, but these villagers are going to get absolutely thrashed, which means wood problems are going to start mounting for blue, as now we only see one more villager on wood. I wouldn't be surprised if the GG comes in any moment now, as now blue has less than half the villager pop that red does, and red is pumping in parallel. Town Bell comes in again. Scout trying to blend in with the Knights. I'm not sure if the Knights recognize that. And going to get some more organized walls on the outside. So Reddit is taking a note out of the playbook from blue, who still has these organized houses over here. Now we see some long swordsmen. And Scout was not able to blend in with the Knights. Now they're going to blend in with the ground as they sink into the ground, along with a innocent tiger, which is unfortunate. Production upgrades now coming in for blue, as a looks like a long swordsman is going to sink face first into the ground. Horse is going to come over to inspect the carcass of the blue infantry unit. And the relic game, I think, might be popping off a little bit here for blue, as they're getting their second relic. So that's going to help out their goal, which they need to spit out more long swordsmen. And HiveTG really close to clicking up to Imperial if they wanted to. I believe they're missing actually one building. So I think a university would do the trick. They are investing a little bit into stone now, as I'm sure they want to drop a castle somewhere. And yeah, more relics coming in for blue. They're about to be on their third relic, as HiveTG intentionally is going to get the stone mining upgrade. Villager is able to punch the scout cav in the thigh, and the scout cav does go down. More attacks now coming in here from HiveTG as they're fighting the long swordsman. Villagers are going to run into the arms of the knights, which is unfortunate. 3 relics now in the field. Monk should convert, but they didn't. And blue is still going. Like, despite everything that's happened, they just haven't thrown in the towel yet. And their resources are, like, not super bad. I would like to see maybe them getting some spearmen and pikes and maybe upgrading them. Maybe a second stable. But the villagers are fighting back against the knights. I don't think they're going to be able to take them out, but who knows. 23 knights still on the field for red, which are congregating in the north of the map. And blue continuing to fight. That's some serious grit right there. I think I would have called the GG a long time ago. But more knights are now coming into the map to aid this fight, and this should be the finishing blow. That's a lot of knights. That's, let's see how many knights. 16 knights coming in here from red, who are going to go a little bit out of vision from blue. And the villagers are continuing to be terrorized. The knights are taking out the monastery. That's going to be a lot of gold that blue's going to lose. But now we see the monk, who was converting for exactly 1 millisecond before they got slaughtered by a knight. Long swordsman now coming in to defend the relics, to defend their honor. But problems are mounting for blue as more knights are now flooding the map. Castle Age upgrade coming in for attack on the knights. So this is going to be a really high attack unit, as we see 10+1. About to be 10+2 coming in for the knights. And pop dropping really fast for blue, who's now on 6 villagers and 2 long swordsmen. But they're going to keep playing. They're not done yet. I mean, they still have resources. Honestly, they have enough resources. They had building to almost click up to Imperial. That's how serious this is. So blue still has a chance. Long swordsmen don't have a chance. And the rest of the population is going to get slaughtered. I think we're only going to have 1 villager left. And oh my god, HiveTG gets the laugh off as they're now attacking the buildings coming in from blue, who has still not given up. And last villager is going to go down, which is really unfortunate. And blue not out yet. They still have a TC, which they can pump villagers from. And there still is a chance, there still is a shot. And there still is a hope in the world. As holy mackerel, the castle drop is now coming in from red. They're streaming villagers down from the stone to build the castle. And after this castle comes in, that should be it for blue. Wheelbarrow, Town Watch now coming in for for red, as blue is staying strong and refusing to give up. They still have another TC which they can pump out villagers from. Still have 851 food. So the game is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. You get the look. We don't have a barracks anymore, but we still have a TC. And if you get a few villagers out of that TC, we got a lot of resources out here. We got hunt, we got horses, we got wood. It's fine. TC, this castle probably will range. This TC, it's a race to the finish. The villagers want a promotion, the knights want a promotion, and I think the knights might be able to take this out before the castle, which is halfway done, even gets one lick on this TC. And after the TC is done, which should go down first, I think that blue will not be able to build any more villagers. They still have their wall. Okay, well that's it. Wow, what an amazing game. Despite everything that went on, blue didn't do like terrible. I mean, the KD was like in their favor for a long time. Good decision by red just to keep on pumping knights. I think that's all you need to do. Maybe a little misclick here because look at the resources. We could have even gone Imperial if we wanted to and started to trap down these two town centers, but not necessary. Wow, that was an insane game.